For this session, we are going to cover the locate feature at the top of the toolbar, which is located right here. So as you can tell, if you click on it, it will give you 4 different options. The first one is vulnerable populations, the second one is find an address, and the third one is clear markers, and the last one is zoom to full extent. So to go over each one, we'll start with the first one here, and vulnerable populations allows you to select one of these 5 predetermined vulnerable populations, which is one is the above regional average percent populations of color, other one is above regional average percent populations of poverty, below regional average median income, above regional average a regional share of youth ages 0 to 17, and the last one's above regional share of seniors ages 65 and plus. So what this does is when you go ahead and you select an indicator, this will highlight one of these selected vulnerable populations. So let's do an example. So let's go ahead and select an indicator from our indicator box here, and I'm going to go into education, and let's say number of languages spoken, K through 12 student body. So turn that guy on. There we go. And then if we go to our locate feature here and then go to vulnerable populations and say we want to select below regional average, actually let's do above regional share of youth because we're looking at education. So if we click that, as you will now see, once it turns on, that these shaded boxes will show, if we look here at our table of contents, that those census tracts with above 23.68% are above regional average share of youth for the region, and so the ones that are shaded show that they have above regional share of youth in those areas. So then you can then kind of compare to see, for this example, school locations and high shares of youth. And that's what basically the locate vulnerable populations button does. It allows you to identify these specific vulnerable populations. So we're going to go ahead and turn both of these indicators off that we just selected to look at the next one. The next one's find an address. So find an address allows you to pinpoint a specific address that you want to look at on the map. So right now I already typed in the address for Coalition for Livable Future. So you can type in any address here, and what you do is once you push submit, as you will see, the tool will zoom into that specific spot on the map. What this will allow you to do, say if you want to look at your house or you want to look at a specific spot within the region, you can type it in and then you can look at the indicators to see how those indicators kind of fare around that particular spot. So to show the bottom two, you can then click full extent here, and that will zoom back to kind of the default of what you were originally at when you entered this tool. So that's the difference between find an address and zoom to full extent. So say if I wanted to kind of zoom in a bit more, and we wanted to look at not as zoomed in as I was when it first gave me the locate find an address field, but I wanted to just zoom in just enough, I can always go back to default by clicking zoom to full extent. What this clear markers does is basically wipes away the address that I've pinpointed there. So say if we wanted to zoom into the address, however, we no longer care about looking at our specific address that we highlighted, we can then go ahead and say clear markers, and then it will erase it from the map. So that's basically what the locate feature does. For next sessions, we'll be talking about other pieces that have to do with the toolbar. Thank you.